Hey y'all, hey, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Nephtara Grace. If you're new, welcome in. If you've been here before, welcome back, tribe. You guys, it's so hot out here. Oh my gosh. I know y'all can hear the birds, but what you can't smell is that my neighbor has her smoker going on their back porch. You guys, you're so lucky you can't smell it. It's too good. Was it last weekend? Yeah, last weekend we smoked chicken wings, my favorite, and beef short ribs here. And we had the whole neighborhood smelling up. So I know it's just the neighbors doing a little get back. Y'all know how we do in the South. We'll get back because their smoker smells amazing. Okay. Couple updates for you. I am getting ready for ceremony, but first I have a holistic wellness expo tomorrow. So I'm preparing for that today. I'll spend most of the day preparing for that, and then I will do the expo, and then after that I'll be off. So this might be the last reading you get from me for at least a week. At least a week, okay? Ceremony is next Sunday, but I'm helping another medicine woman move one of the elders, one of the Bear Clan elders, from one location to another. And, you know, he's an elder, so he needs help. So I'll be doing that a few days this week before ceremony, right? And then, of course, there's ceremony prep and all that. So I definitely wanted to take a pause in the action and come give you guys a reading. I'm going to miss you guys, but know that I didn't disappear, just off to ceremony. And then after this ceremony, I will not have ceremony again until October. So you guys will have me like after Father's Day on until Samhain, okay? If you were interested in that last ceremony, because I'm closed, the ceremony is closed, okay? If you're interested in that last ceremony in October, you get on description box below, go to the website, click the little more button, whatever it says on your device, more, or the little radio dial, and go down to ceremonies and ritual, click join the wait list. You'll get an email asking you to complete a series of ceremony calls, and then you and I will get on the phone. We'll talk to each other. We'll determine if this timing, this year, is the best fit for you, if the medicine is right for you, okay? And we'll determine any logistics that you need to know. The price and all that will be included in those phone calls. Ceremony does include your medicine, your meals. It does not include your accommodations, because the accommodations are your choice. I do have lovely accommodations, but not everybody wants to stay the way that I stay. You see what I mean? So that's why we get on the phone. We talk first. You can't just like jump in. I'm coming to your ceremony. No, it might not be the best fit for you. I might not be the best shaman for you, right? Because I am a shaman and a medicine worker. So I carry medicines and I'm a shaman. That is, not everybody can say that. So you just want to be clear about who you're working with before you sign up. Okay? All right, let's see. Anything else you need to know is going to be in the description box below. My Patreon link is there. The Botanica and Apothecary link is there. My collaboration with Alchemy Box is there. You guys, I also have a collaboration coming up with a wonderful CBD company. They're dear friends of mine. Their products are amazing. And I love CBD products, and these are really high quality, really, really high quality products. So I'm excited to announce that, and I can't wait to get those on the website for you guys. The herbal cigarettes are coming. I've got a Blue Lotus Mullen cigarette with me here that I may or may not light up while we do this reading. But yeah, there's a lot of goodies, a lot of goodies for you guys. All the links are down below, so if you need to know something or you have some questions, that's where you go. Okay, even if it's about me, go to my website and click the About tab, and you'll learn about me. Okay, all that kind of stuff is there. Some people have been asking to know my story. I have done so many interviews over the past several years. I've done a lot of interviews, you guys, a lot of interviews. So a couple of things. I'm thinking about putting a page on my website, just compiling all the interviews I've done. Literally all of the people from all over the country have interviewed me, and I do the, you guys, it's me. I do the interview and I keep it moving. But since so many of you want to know my story, I'm thinking about putting up a page on my website with all my interviews, so you can click and listen to all these interviews and watch over the years as different people interview me on different topics. If you get to my website, you'll notice I've done 2 magazine articles, like 2 different magazines have interviewed me even. Okay, so I'll put a link to those in that interview page when I get around to putting that interview page up for you. So there'll be interviews with me from people in business, interviews with me from other facilitators, interviews with me from magazines. There's a Bobby Baranowski does past life regressions, so you'll get to do an interview with me and walk through a past life regression while I go through a past life regression. You'll get to be there firsthand. I've done some really cool interviews, and I'll put those up on the website for you guys probably before the end of the year. I'm not going to stress about it, you know. And then I will also, likely before the end of the year, shoot a video. I've got a couple friends who are excellent videographers. I'll probably tap them on the shoulder and shoot a video of me sharing my story just in one sitting. For those of you who don't want to look through all these different interviews from me over the years, you just want to sit down and hear my story. I'll put that together. I gotta tell you, it's probably gonna be an hour, a little over an hour long. Okay, my story is pretty deep, which is why I don't tell my story. Okay, it's long and it's involved, and again, YouTube, just not the platform. But when I do that, I will put that interview video on this channel, as well as my other YouTube channel, of which you know nothing about because it's not for you. I have another YouTube channel for people who join my courses. So if you sign up for one of my transformational courses, there's a whole separate YouTube channel just for you. Videos over there, all types of really cool content over there for people who are in courses with me, okay? And I do keep it separate from these tarot readings. These tarot readings are free to the public. Anybody can find me. As long as you guys share the videos, hype them up so the algorithm gets it, anybody can join in. But the courses, you know, those are paid access and people pay for that. And so they have their own YouTube channel where they get some really cool content outside of Patreon as well. So your girl is busy. I have a lot of content to offer you. Some of it's free, some of it's not. I've got a new free download coming for you on nephtaragrace.com. And I'm almost done putting together this latest guide. I've done a guidebook for you that I think you're gonna love. If you're a spiritual entrepreneur, if you're someone who's looking to get out of the corporate rat race and start your own spiritual business, I've got you. And you know, for 20 plus years, that's who I coached. I coached executives and entrepreneurs, but also people who are leaving corporate America, starting their own business. But I've just put together, I think it's going to end up being, I don't know, maybe 10 to 12 pages, this downloadable guide that's really going to walk you through what do you need to have in order from a holistic point of view to be successful in business. Okay, so unlike these other guides out there that tell you, you know, you gotta have a website, get your social media, we're not doing that. This is who do you have to be and what do you need to have in order from the inside out to have a successful spiritual business. Okay, all right, so I think you guys are going to enjoy that, and just drop me a comment below. Let me know if there's anything else that you're interested in. I've pretty much owned a business since I'm 19 years old. That is a long time. At this point in my life, that's a long time. That's what you should know. But I'm very fortunate and blessed to say that I've been successful in a number of industries, a number of areas. Again, if you get on my website, look at the About tab. I've done my time in corporate America. I was extremely successful in corporate America before I started my own spiritual business. And after success doing that, I started coaching others in how to do that. I've worked the companies I've worked for, you've all heard of them, I promise. You've heard of them. Some of you have even consumed some of the products that my clients create, and you don't know that I'm the person who coached them. Surprise! But I love that. I love that about me. But I really am committed to empowering, especially women, in creating these spirit-led, heart-centered businesses for the world. Okay, so that's my niche. That's what I love to do. So if you're interested in something like that, click on the description box below to find out what you need to know. In the meantime, let's get started in this energy. Holy Spirit, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, and legions who walk with me every day. Thank you for protecting me as I channel messages for this tribe. Thank you for telling me what I need to know, showing me what I need to see, so I can support the tribe as they live, thrive, learn, and be all that you have created them to be. So mote it be. Okay. The halls. It's in reverse. I'm going to put that in and shuffle again. I'm glad that came out because, again, I spent time putting everything up right. That's okay. You guys, their smoker smells so good. I made seafood salad this morning. So I did this morning's omelet with cream cheese and the surumi, which is sushi style crab legs. And then I took, because I had this big pack from Sam's, right? And then I took the rest and I made this amazing seafood salad. Super excited to have lunch today because of that. Yeah. Pre-ceremony, I was trying to eat well. eat light, eat well, especially going into like this expo before ceremony. But this month is full. But you guys know the planetary alignments this month have been popping. You know, Venus enters Leo today. Y'all, what was y'all's dream like last night? Because the dream world was popping. And Venus and Leo, I'm not going to say too much more other than row. Okay? If you know, you know. Drop me a comment below if you know what I'm talking about. Die, guys. Speaking of, this is the room for intuition. Very interesting. We got 2 different decks. We're going to work with the Crystal Tarot and the Steampunk Tarot. It's as above, so below type feeling out here. So let's see what's up. We got Dagas. Holy Spirit, what is popping with Dagas? Honoring your intuition. It's almost like you're being honored for honoring your intuition. Heavy on the angelic energy again. What do we got? You want the Crystal Tarot? Okay, I'll get the Crystal Tarot for you. You're so sweet. We want the Crystal Tarot. Alright, let me see if I can get it without knocking everything over. This table is real shifty, y'all. Y'all know it. And I use this table because it's so mobile. I don't like to leave it on the back deck. So it goes in and out with me. That way I can, you know, keep it clean. But yeah. Oh. I planted something. Okay. I had to get a new bag of dirt, y'all. Me and my gardening. But this, anyway, I got this plant that was marked eggplant. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know what it's going to be. We're going to find out, though. And I have some sugar cane. It's my first year planting sugar cane. I know, ancestors. I know. But anywho, I'm out here looking at my babies. Everybody's doing good. All right, what's up, Spirit? Queen of Wands. And they want this King of Swords in reverse. So they flip it in reverse. Got a Queen of Wands to a King of Swords in reverse. King of Swords in reverse. This is... Right away, this is like, you know, somebody who's honoring their intuition, following their heart, honoring their truth, standing in their authenticity. And someone who we would say is leaning into their own understanding, not their intuition, not following their heart, but literally following some type of false information. Like whatever data this King of Swords reverse has, it ain't good. 7 of Coins or Pentacles. It's okay. So now it's not a competition, but it is a competition. It's like both of these people invested. Let's see what happens and what they invested in. Let's see. What did they invest in? Hold on, I gotta. That's not a tarot card. Doing a quick check, seeing if there's anything reversed again. Okay, everybody looks up right. Let's do this again. So, who invested in what? The Hermit. This is like an odd couple. It's like two people operating on 2 different timelines, really. 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups. Two of Cups. So this is how very interesting. It's like taking the time to go within and discover both that this pairing, the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords in reverse, is not a relationship that's equal give and take, but also discovering that that is what is wanted. Is like, oh, I want to be in a relationship where there's equal give and take. Oh. Ten of Pentacles. Wow. See? Because, and this is not just for this pairing, this is for all of us. Those are the relationships that are successful. The relationships where there's equal give and take are the successful relationships. They're not everywhere, but they're out there. There are plenty of people in relationships that are healthy and successful because they recognize how to ebb and flow together. This pairing was not that. Nine of Spades or Nine of Swords, yeah. It's giving somebody's anxious, concerned. Again, this King of Swords, because they didn't do that. This King of Swords did not go into hermit mode and say, ooh, what should I be investing in? It's almost like they went with, like I said, they went with false information, faulty information. So it's giving like they went, I'm hearing they went for what was shiny. It was shiny and new. Ten of Cups, yeah. And now they're quite concerned that they're missing out on this Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles situation. Oh, they are. Queen of Cups. Tell me about this Queen of Cups. King of Cups, yeah. Yeah. It's giving the King of, listen, I'm just going to tell you, it's giving the King of Swords is now upset, but emotionally, like mentally, like really upset. We talked about this, didn't we? Because it's like now they're finally recognizing that I'm going to tell you, this King of Swords reverse thought they knew what was required for a successful relationship. They thought they knew what it took to be in something that was successful. They're learning they did not know. They're learning they did not see. They're learning that they were dealing with false information. This King of Swords reverse is now learning that what it takes to be successful in a relationship has more to do with cups than it does swords and pentacles. And let me speak for that. Let me speak to that for a moment. If you, again, we talked about this, I think, in the last reading, false light, false prophets, all that kind of stuff. There are a lot of people out here presenting like their union or their relationship is successful when it's not. It is not. There are people out here, I don't have to call any names, out here on social media, out here on the world stage, and how they present is like it's about pentacles. Look at us, we're successful together. It's very, very much around the money. But what you don't see, and let's be clear, it is their private business, what happens behind closed doors. But that's what you don't see. If you're a regular Joe in the audience, you don't see what Beyonce and Jay-Z's relationship really looks like at home. You're not there. You're not there. What you know is you can look up their net worth on Wikipedia. You can look up their discographies. You can look up their filmographies. You can look up all the work they've done. You can kind of calculate how much they're worth, and you can see how they're moving and how they're living. But you don't know how they treat each other at home. You don't know how to treat their child at home. You don't know how they speak to each other at home. You don't know. This King of Swords is somebody who, it's like he was on the outside looking into something, and he thought, oh yeah, that's how you get success. That's how you be a man and a woman together. And he patterned his life after it, but it was false. It was false. And so now he's left in the Nine of Swords. Like, now he's trying to figure out, Three of Swords. Now he's trying to figure out, what does he need to do? How does it really work? But really, this is somebody waking up to that the whole time they thought a relationship needed money. What it really needed was emotional discourse, emotional connection. This is somebody who didn't know what intimacy was, and they're finding out the hard way that intimacy is the glue that holds a relationship together. The Emperor and the Empress together at the same damn time. See, these cards, I love this deck because I feel like why am I even talking? I should just let the deck do the things. We got the Emperor and the Empress coming out after the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. It's really, it's what I just said. This is somebody who's like, oh, a match isn't made because of money. And again, this King of Swords reverse may have been somebody who thought, well, I have this amount of money and I've got this credit score. Let me go find someone who's got a matching credit score and a matching income, and we're going to be a great couple. It didn't work, or they wouldn't be in the Nine of Swords. You understand? It didn't work. That ain't how it go. Ooh, that breeze is from heaven. Thank you so much. Oh, except for there goes my card. Oh dear. Oh, and there goes another card. Hold on, y'all. The cards that flew away in the wind. I'm not even gonna. Ace of Cups and the Seven of Cups. Cannot make this up. Cannot make this up. This is the deck. They're like, oh, you want the crystal? Listen. This King of Swords reverse didn't know how to fill their own cup, so they weren't prepared to be in that kind of a conversation with a partner. Does that make sense? Like, you can't give somebody what you don't have yourself. How you gonna give somebody something you don't have? You can't. And love, intimacy, these aren't things you can go buy. You can't go buy intimacy. What'd you say? He said, somebody said you can go buy intimacy gel. Whatever. Listen. My team. Venus is in Leo. Row. Just don't even, my team. Don't even. But if you don't have love, self-love, if you're not able to be intimate with yourself, which is the Hermit, get in there with yourself and reflect, you cannot possibly extend that or experience it with another person. It's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible. Okay? This King of Swords is now catching on to this. Really. And look, just because somebody can see something doesn't mean they're going to do something about it. These cards haven't said they're going to do anything about it yet. These cards are just talking about, this is the difference. The Queen of Wands did this. The King of Swords did this. That's all we're talking about right now. Two different choices, two different paths, leading in two different directions. And they're being shown to us like a side by side comparison. That's what it is. Not a competition. It's a comparison. We're comparing out here choices. That's what it is. Knight of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. I'm in love with this breeze and the neighbor's smoker, so. It's a hot fun in the summertime. My God, you're lit today. What is this? Strength and the Ten of Wands. Ooh. I love these two together, though, don't you? When you think about the Ten of Wands, the next card you want to see is the Strength card. Okay, you do. You want to know that even though something might be challenging, it might be difficult, it might be a lot of responsibility, you have what it takes to overcome. That's what I'm talking about. Because those of you who know, a relationship for real, it does come with a Ten of Wands. I don't know a relationship that doesn't come with a Ten of Wands. So I don't know if this King of Swords reverse thought, I don't know what people be thinking. My mom said if they was thinking, they wouldn't have thought that. But it's easy to think a good relationship doesn't have any problems. But that's not true. That's not true. A good relationship has challenges that causes each person to grow. And with the strength that comes from being intimate with one another. I said intimacy. That's not the same thing as relations. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay. When you have real intimacy, do you guys know the 7 levels of intimacy? And you go find that. Okay, it's brilliant. When you've got intimacy, that gives you the strength to bear the 10 of Wands with grace and ease because you're sharing those burdens. It's not one person carrying it for everybody. There's something about that. I don't know. There's something about this King of Swords reverse. It's like they didn't feel like they could carry a burden. This is what I mean by intimacy with yourself. When you go into hermit mode, you really learn who you are. You learn what you're capable of. You learn your strengths and your weaknesses. And you can bring that authentic, whole self to a relationship and say to your partner, hey, these are the areas I'm strong. These are the areas I'm still working on. This is where I need your support. This is where I can support you. And you're able to create an actual partnership. This King of Swords reverse, they really felt like they weren't able to shoulder any burdens. So it's really like, this is someone when the going got tough, this motherfucker got going. Okay. And I do feel like that's what they got caught up in something. I'm hearing wherever you go, there you are. It's like, so maybe they left the situation with this Queen of Wands, like, oh, this is too tough. The wands are too hot. But wherever they ended up, it's not, they're discovering it's the same thing here. And I think that's what's happening here is this King of Swords reverse is being forced to look at. They changed partners. They changed teams. They changed scenes. But something is still the exact same. Something is the exact same. It's like the divine is forcing this King of Swords to look at, it's like almost like now they don't have a choice but to look at themselves. I'm telling you, because wherever they went, wherever they ended up, something is the exact same. Somebody said, yeah, them. But that's true. And that's a part of it. This King of Swords reverse is recognizing, hey, I'm the common denominator here. When I was with the Queen of Wands, we had a problem and I was there, and now I'm over here with this over here. I don't know who this is, but now it's a problem over here. And what's the same between both these situations is me. What hasn't changed is me. I'm still the same. Child, Ace of Cups. This is a beautiful lesson learned, and we all at some point have to learn this lesson if we're going to be in any type of successful partnership, collaboration. It doesn't matter whether it's romantic or business or even with your children. It doesn't matter. If you cannot take responsibility for your actions, your thoughts, your emotions, everything you touch is going to crumble. What else, Spirit? I don't want to make it long. Let's Ace of Swords. Well, that's the truth. So, hey. Is there anything else you guys want to say about this? Five of Spades, yeah. So this King of Swords in reverse is definitely in conflict. Wherever they are, there's definitely conflict going on. But again, now they can see that they're the cause of it. And I giggle because again, I know this lesson. I've learned this lesson. Hopefully, Tribe, if you're watching, you've learned this lesson. You understand what's happening here. And it is unfortunate that it takes what it takes for us to learn this lesson. But again, that's because a lot of us didn't grow up in households where this was modeled. We grew up in households where our parents were not on the same page. They were not in alignment. So we weren't taught. We didn't see what it looked like to align with somebody. We didn't see what it looked like to be intimate with somebody, And then in Western culture, thanks to the Matrix, people have intimacy and intimate relations confused. People think because they share a bedroom or a bed, that means they're intimate. But they're not. You can share your body with somebody and they never see your soul. You can share your body with somebody and never speak your mind. I don't recommend none of this, but people do it all the time. For a lot of us, that's what we grew up seeing. So when we get out here as an adult in the real world for ourselves, We don't really know how to bring our heart, our mind, and our soul into the relationship. We know how to bring our body into the relationship. You understand? And again, if we take it back to the Tarot with the 4 suits, it's like we're real comfortable with the idea of pentacles. We're really comfortable with the idea of earth, body, money in a relationship. We're comfortable with that. But when it comes to the fire, the wands, our willpower, the swords are mental, the cups are emotional, we're not really like, what? How do we, And again, some people confuse physical relations for passion. You can share passion with somebody and never share your body. You can share your body with somebody and there ain't no damn passion. I'm just out here saying it. I just, but reality, that's what we're doing out here, is sitting in it, sitting all up in reality. What's this? The devil. Even the devil's a good looking card. Il diavolo. Le diable. El diablo. Der Teufel. My German is horrible. The devil. This person is bound now. They're stuck. Wherever they are, they're stuck in a 5 of Swords, 9 of Swords situation. I mean, that's a living nightmare. This King of Swords reverse is in a living nightmare. It's giving Groundhog's Day. Like, they go to sleep miserable, they wake up miserable, rinse, repeat. They might not even be rinsing, and that's part of the problem, if you know what I mean. It's just repeat, 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 misery on repeat. And again, this is someone who was standing next to a Queen of Wands at one point, like, gosh, this Queen of Wands is too much. This is so horrible. Everything's so bad. And now they are, wherever they are, it is actually really bad. Like, it's not bad. It's really bad, Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm from Georgia, right? So in May, you're like, oh, it's so hot. But then August comes and you're like, yeah, it's like that. He thought the Queen of Wands was hot, but it was May. Now wherever he is the devil over there. That's the different kind of hot. The devil hot is a different kind of hot than the Queen of Wands hot. You understand what I'm saying? Queen of Wands is fire. The devil, that's hell. That's brimstone. Those are 2 different kinds of hot. This King of Swords is now figuring that out. Okay? I say mucho calor. Well, this guy is. Oh my goodness. Oh my word, you guys. What else? 4 Pentacles. Let me tell you something. This is because this person was selfish and greedy. What did I say? They were thinking something along the lines of, I'm going to find someone that matches me financially. I'm going to find someone who's ready to jump in and out of the bed as fast as I am. It was all about Pentacles. This person wanted to maintain the lifestyle they had. They were selfish and greedy. They wanted to stay selfish and greedy. The Queen of Wands is by nature not that person. Too much fire there. Too much fire. Too much fire. Fire, it's hard for fire to be... Fire is greedy in a different kind of way. Okay? Fire is greedy like it consumes the air around it to spread itself out. Okay? That's how fire is selfish and greedy. Pentacles, when you're talking about Pentacles, you're talking about withholding. There's no expansion. It's just keep what you have and don't share it with anybody else. Judgment's at the bottom of the deck right there. Let's get final messages out here. What y'all got? The Chariot reverse. I'm trying to tell you, this person ain't going nowhere. Nowhere fast. Nowhere fast. Nowhere. But the cards are saying this is actually what they invested in. When they had an opportunity to do their shadow work and they refused, they automatically, it's like people, I don't know what people think, y'all. But when the universe said, hey, go within so you don't go without, and they said, no, I've got this, I've got credit score, I've got money, and I'm really good in the bedroom, it's really going to be fine. They didn't realize that what they were signing up for was utter defeat. Why? because they were out here, go back to last reading, listening to false prophets and false light, looking at influencers on social media saying, oh, if you do this or treat her like that, or she talks to you like this, or if you got this kind of money, you need to be this kind of person. Y'all know those people are out there. Y'all have seen them. You guys have heard them. You know they're out there. You know it. You know it. This person just took them literally. This person really, unfortunately, staked their whole life on what a complete stranger told them. I'm just telling you what I'm channeling. I don't know who the influencer was. I don't know what I don't know. But this King of Swords reversed staked their entire life off of bad information. Bad information. The moon. They're trying to hide the fact that they're stuck in a miserable situation. So if you're the Queen of Wands in this story and you see this King of Swords for whatever reason, they're trying to hide from you that they're living in a living hell. They're trying to hide that from you. Okay, they don't want you to know that they're miserable. I feel very strongly that this King of Swords ended up with a water sign feminine energy. I'm just telling you what the energy is. And I feel very strongly that they chose this person because this person presented as the opposite of the Queen of Wands. Where the Queen of Wands is very determined and decisive and fiery. I feel that this, and she's not, okay. Okay, I feel that this King of Swords reversed ended up with the Queen of Cups reversed, okay? And I feel like she presented herself as very soft. But it was false. He thought he was going to find a woman that he could dominate. That's not what he found. There's 4 cardinal signs: Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. 2 are feminine and 2 are masculine. Baby, a Cancer, although it's a feminine energy, is still a cardinal sign. You're still not going to dominate it. You're not going to dominate a Libra. They will outthink you, okay? A Libra will outmaneuver you mentally, okay? People get fixated on the Aries and Capricorn, the masculine signs, as being the cardinal ones, but don't forget Cancer and Libra will mess your ass up if you come at them the wrong way. Knave of Swords. With the Wheel and the 8 of Cups. He wants to escape. He wants to get out of what he's gotten into. It's like this is almost now like what he's fixated on. It's how can he get out? But he doesn't know that, he's bound. Ace of Pentacles. Might be trying to buy his way out. You can get final messages. Melting like an ice cream cone out here. 3 of Cups. Yeah, they want to celebrate. This King of Swords reverse wants to celebrate again, but this Queen of Wands is celebrating. I do feel like this King of Swords reverse is going to try to leave where they are to come celebrate with the Queen of Wands again. That's what this is giving. Yeah, Ace of Wands. They want a new beginning. I get that though, don't you? It's like if you jump out of the frying pan into the fire, you're going to try to get your ass back in that frying pan as quick as possible, aren't you? You are. Like I said, the Queen of Wands has fire, but the Devil's fire is a little bit worse. Now they're like, oh, you know what? That fire wasn't so bad. It wasn't even so bad. Hell, it's just like a little toasty. Like I'm out here sweating, but y'all know it ain't August yet. I'm in the shade. There's cloud cover. It's not as hot as it could be. King of Pentacles, child. They want to try to present themselves as mature and stable. They feel rejected. But I feel like they're going to try to offer some type of money. As a way to be received. Ace of Pentacles again, it's still at the bottom of the deck. See what I'm saying? I feel like this King of Swords reverse is going to put themselves up as a King of Pentacles to say, hey, let's roll this back. I tell you what, I've got some money, and why don't I give some to you, and then you'll stop rejecting me. Yeah. Get final messages out here. Somebody ain't learned no kind of lesson. Ten of Swords. Ain't learned a damn thing. They were rejected because they betrayed intimacy and confidence. And it's also like they don't get a cycle is over. They want to restart a cycle, but it's not going to restart. Child, this person is in hell. Like, they cannot move on. Eight of Pentacles. They cannot move on. It's like now they want to do what they should have done the whole time. Messed up. Seven of Cups. Confused. Child. It's almost like this person, the stars. Oof. It's like this person has a hard time making up their mind. And they didn't know what they wanted. I feel like they still don't. I do. I'm just telling you, this person is going to try to use money to get back in your good graces. That's what they have. Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. That's what they have. Anything else, y'all? Two of Wands. They are hard down focused on this. I mean, this is it. This is their every waking. This is what they're thinking about. Because they're in hell. They're burning in hell. So all they can think about is the last time they weren't in hell. Two of Swords. Two of Swords, so Two of Wands. They just trying to figure out, how do I get out? There's got to be a way out. What's the way out? Let me find the way out. And what they have is a lot of coins. Because that's essentially what they sold their soul for, basically. So that's what they have to offer, is coins. I don't know, if you need some coins, maybe you can get them here. Child, I don't know. Let me get final messages and get up out of here. Go eat my seafood salad. I'm going to have it on a romaine boat. I have those big romaine leaves. I like my lettuce wraps. That'll be good. Four of Wands, listen. This person's stuck between a rock and a hard place. And I mean that literally. They've created a double life. And listen, I want to be real clear here. They want to leave where they are and now bring their time, energy, and attention back to the Queen of Wands. That's what this card reading just did. This Four of Wands is now on this Queen of Wands. They want to bring it back to the Queen of Wands. They don't know how to do it, but they want to figure it out. This is a King of Swords, just in reverse. You see what I'm saying? They put in a lot of mental energy into trying to figure out how to get back to this Queen of Wands. King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. What they don't know is they literally have to have some type of death or transformation and become the match to this Queen of Wands. They aren't a match. Anything else? Eight of Swords, but they lied to themselves. They lied to themselves. This is a no-go. It's a no-go. But you know, they're gonna try. They're gonna try. Temperance, chill. You know, they really do think that they can, that Ace of Pentacles right back. They really do think that they can give money and smooth it all over. I don't know, but that's the reading, Get in where you fit in. To only take what resonates, please leave the rest behind. If you haven't already, like the video. If it resonated with you, drop me a black heart emoji in the comments below and let me know. Please hype up the video and turn on your post notifications so the next time I drop a read, it'll show up in your feed. This reading is timeless. Use your discernment to take what's yours, leave what's not. In between now and the next time I drop a reading, trust your path, your process, and your purpose. Peace.